Hello, in today's video I'm going to discuss some of my thoughts on the game Lord of Nazarick, which released at the end of last month. I'm very happy to say there is quite a lot of content in this game, but today I'm going to focus on the story mode, character progression, and touch on the items or relics as they're called in this game. There is definitely a lot more to this game than just those things, but I figured I'd start small and work my way up to the rest of the game, like that the game has to offer in later videos. The story itself is pretty good. It follows the anime from what I've seen pretty much one for one, and does a pretty good job of it as well. Visually, Lord of Nazarick looks great. At 60 frames per second, it runs very smooth on the mobile, with very little issue. I wasn't able to find an option for the English dub for the voice acting, but it wasn't really a big issue for me anyway, and it doesn't really take away anything from the presentation or feel of the story. There is some bottlenecking here and there with the level locks of the story mode, but it's not too bad, and at higher levels, if you're happy to wait for the daily quests to reset and roll over to get the big experience boost to help level you through to continue your playthrough of the story, then it really isn't a big issue. There is also still plenty of other things you can do during your time in between those points when you're unable to continue the story that don't feel too grindy and still feel engaging, so there's definitely an upside. As you move through the story mode, you start to travel and explore the world, and the world itself isn't huge, but you can find little puzzles here and there in treasure chests, and get small rewards as well, and some small monster encounters which drop some resources, and it feels quite nice, and it's a nice little touch to the whole experience. During the story mode, you'll go from visiting small little towns to the bigger cities, and eventually joining the Adventurers Guild, just like in the anime Overlord. All these things generally come together in quite a nice immersive experience. Even if you weren't a fan of the anime and aren't familiar with it, after playing the game, you definitely do get familiar with the story and the world of Overlord. Lord of Nazarick has many characters you can recruit, all with their own unique feel and looks, as well as skills and playstyles, but not all characters are created equally. Characters gain XP and levels pretty much like all RPG and gacha games in this genre. Collect character shards and you can increase star levels, further boosting their power, while also giving them bonus characteristics. Characters in Lord of Nazarick also have their own unique skills, which can be leveled up through skill tree. All characters have passive abilities and a basic attack, as well as a special attack. SR and above characters also have a third attack. All of these abilities can be leveled further through the skill tree menu with the use of tomes, which can boost damage or increase the duration of effects depending on the skill that particular character has, as well as stat increases that are available in between the skill increases in the skill tree menu. Accessories are pre-fit items that the characters can level up by collecting gems that correspond to the type. So if your character is a sapphire type character, or blue, or garnet, which is red, emerald being green, you can level these items up, which have listed stats underneath each of them. And then once each one of those items is at level 1, then the first one is available to be leveled up to level 2, so on and so forth, increasing those stats. You collect these gems through little boss battles in a place called the Land of Confusion, where you fight bosses for each of those types. Then you've got the relics, and the relics, similar kind of system. Relics are equipable items of the game. All characters can be equipped with relics to boost their basic stats and combat power. Relics also give unique bonuses. When enough of the same set pieces are equipped, you will also get a further set bonus. These sets can be obtained through the treasury, which I've made a couple of YouTube shorts about with the beginner sets that you can get early in the game. So far, there are 15 sets that I'm aware of as of the making of this video, but seeing as the game is less than a month old, it's very possible there'll be more sets that could be added in the future. In conclusion, Lord of Nazarick, though a mobile game with gacha mechanics and microtransactions, is pretty friendly to its free-to-play players. My experience with this game was that as a free-to-play player, and minus a couple of ads that pop on when you log in, I didn't feel that I was constantly being harassed to spend money to keep playing. Even running out of stamina wasn't a huge concern, as I was able to simply go to my mansion, get a free top up with the stamina that builds up over time, and I was getting drip fed rewards on my logins with stamina boosters. For a casual player that would put a couple of hours in here and there, it wouldn't be an issue. And even someone that on the weekend where you put even a few more hours in, you could easily just do the same thing. Go to your mansion, get that 200 extra stamina, sink in a few more relic runs or whatever it was that you were trying to get that bit of extra play time in. The Lord of Nazarick, in my opinion, is really good. It's well-made mobile game. It's not perfect, but for an anime-based mobile gacha game, it's definitely top tier. If Crunchyroll keeps this game alive and continues to add content, adds more characters to the roster, this could have a very long-lasting player base and could be pretty successful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really help. Also, feel free to comment below with any feedback, whether it's pointers in areas of improvement or any ideas for content you would like to see with the Lord of Nazarick game. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.